It is me, your friendly neighborhood KJ Cowboy Dan, and I'm here with Muujin Full and possibly a few other people throughout the day. How are you doing, Muujin?
I'm doing good.
So there is uh, there is no show today for the morning coffee show, so we're just going to do a little chat and chill over here. Uh, we are streaming on both Twitch and on YouTube. So if you're on Mugen's show, you'll be able to find us over there. And if you're over on Twitch, hanging out with me over here. So yes, have some fun, hang out. Feel free to drop a hello in the chat. We are chat and chill. If you want to join us at any point in time, just send me a Discord message or a message on any of the social medias that I am on, or and I will definitely drop you a link to join the show. Uh, it is morning chat and chill. We have no plans whatsoever. We decided that Mugen and I were just sitting talking today and talking about what we have planned for the weekend. Hey, Killer Beekeeper, how you
Hey,
doing?
Killer Bee. Yes, hello, Killer Bee. Killer
Now,
Beekeeper.
say that 10 times fast. Killer Beekeeper is an awesome fan. Not, but he's a Twitch person. He's a supporter of like all the awesome Twitch people that I follow, and he's got a few games that we got set up. Ooh, we got Twiddler. How you doing, Twiddler?
Hey,
Uh,
Twizzler.
we're just doing a little chat and chill, hanging out because there's no morning show today. We're just goofing off. I'm hanging out here today with Mugen, having a
Yeah.
little bit of fun. Check this out. That's Mugen, ladies and gentlemen. Uh,
Yep,
uh,
yep.
show yourself out. Tell everybody about your channel.
Hey, I'm a YouTube channel, mostly a video game channel. Spider, video game channel. Video game player on my YouTube channel. If you want to see video games played, that's where you can come and see me play some video games on Mutant Full on YouTube.
Right on, right on. We are using a new streaming software that's new to me, so we're breaking it in. We've been breaking it in lately. Uh, Last night we hung out with the one and only Investables Collectibles, and on his new stream that we are doing together called Two Heads, One Mic. Did you get a chance to watch that, Mugen?
Not yet. I'm going to eventually. So on your own VODs, right?
Yeah, it's on his VODs. Yeah, he saved the VOD. What we're doing is all the shows will be streamed live on both YouTube and Twitch. And The YouTube VODs will be saved on the people who are taking part in Project 404 if they have a YouTube page.
Okay. I'll probably watch that when I get a chance today after the stream.
Yeah. It turned out to be pretty good for a first time zero episode stream.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, you know.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. It's just, like I said, something brand new for Project 404. We're just having a little bit of fun, and um, it went well for what it was. First time using this platform, a new way of showing off the talents on for Investables Collectibles, and he gets to learn something new. I get to learn something new, and we all came out better for it. We also learned where we need to improve ourselves, and that's what Project 404 is all about. Is
Hold on,
uh,
Grandma's calling. Be
oh yeah,
right back.
absolutely. For those of you guys watching, that's what 404 is all about: is us helping each other out, streamers helping streamers, and we're working on getting 404. Oh, hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For those people who are just watching, we are hanging out on both Twitch and YouTube. I'm here with Mugen Full. And if you want to join the stream, feel free to feel free to just let me know. We have Twiddler hanging out with us and in chat, and he was streaming all night long. Now there's a trooper right there. I was in on his stream last night. He was hard at work. I swear, this Twiddler, you spend the most time on stream than anybody I know. Uh, Yeah, Twiddler is on Twitch. He's on YouTube, and I believe you're also on Whatnot, right? Am I correct, Twiddler? If you want, I can send you a link and you can join me. Join us. We're just doing a little chat and chill today. We're talking about things. There's no morning show, and I kind of feel like got to keep the groove going, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So we have Investables Collectibles had just joined us. So how are you doing, Investable?
I am doing great.
Yeah, we're just doing a little chat and chill,
Can you hear me?
impromptu. Yeah. I can hear you. We can hear you. We got you.
Cool.
Yeah. So we were talking backstage earlier, and you said that you're going to be doing some weekend work. That doesn't seem like something that you should be doing on a weekend.
Yeah, well, I've been sitting around not doing real work for 2 weeks. I got to do something.
Right. You got to do something. Hey, Dr. Dirty Red, thanks for joining us. Sorry, it was a last minute thing. I felt like an impromptu morning stream seemed best since Superfast was going to be dog sitting today. Didn't want to lose out on the groove.
Right. It works out. Yeah, I texted him earlier this morning to see what was going on, and then you texted me right after, so that was kind of a coincidence and funny.
Yeah. We're hanging out. I'm learning a new system here. As for those of you guys can tell, like it looks a little different than a normal stream. We got it all set up a little bit different. We lost Investable. He'll be back. It looks a lot different. Well, we're setting up some new stuff. Project 404 is all about learning new streaming softwares, new streaming stuff. And this place that we're at is Restream.io, and it's virtually the same as for those people who are used to StreamYard, but it has a few extra stuff. Like we can get our YouTube people and our Twitch people all together in one space.
I seen that and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like the whole background of it, and it sounds a lot clearer than StreamYard.
It's also like half the price for a subscription, but there's advantages to StreamYard that Restream does not have.
I'm back.
Hey, Mugen. So trying to get everything set up right. I just realized my character's facing in a direction I don't want him to face.
Yeah, he's facing away from us.
I got to get my artist to give me another facing direction. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
So what? So you got any big plans for the day, Dirty Red?
Not much other than go grocery shopping later.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that myself. I gotta do that myself. Too lazy. And with the storm that's in town, for those people who are in my neck of the woods, we are dealing with some of the outskirt weather from that hurricane that's coming around. And that's what they're saying. At least it's been raining the last couple of days, rain and wind, but It's not that bad over here. I just don't. I'm just lazy, and in the rain and wind makes me lazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, impromptu chill stream, and we don't have much planned. We didn't have much planned. I just wanted to sit back and chat with the boys because don't want to lose. Don't want to lose the flow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And there's a lot of
does.
things that I still need to learn with this software. There's a lot of things I'd like to get better at with streaming because it's really hard to talk by myself. That's why I decided, hey, Mugen, let's pull you in. Let's pull Dirty Red in. Let's pull Investibles in. Everybody who's like starting out, like we're all fresh in the industry, right?
Mhm.
The three of you have been doing videos and now you're getting into live streams. So how's that working out for you? I saw a Dirty Red that you've been practicing, that you've been setting up, that you did a live stream test the other day. I was sitting in on that for a bit.
Yeah, I took that one back. It wasn't what I wanted, so I'm gonna order another one. I might just save up and wait, and I want to get the OBS Tiny Toon 2. It has It has a live focus. It does hand move it, so you can go in and out of your screen. It has a 360 turnaround. It does tracking. It's very nice, and it's only like fucking like $200.
Right.
So I might just save up and get that one.
Right. I use standard OBS, but and I haven't really been looking into the other OBSs. I tried using like StreamYards. I like StreamYards. We're over here at Restream right now. It's very simple, but I still need to use like OBS to show off my cartoon character, my VTuber. And
Well, this is the OBS camera.
That's the OBS camera.
Yeah, it's called the OBS Tiny Toon 2. There's a Pro, then there's the Pro's little brother. And like you can hold your hands in front of it and zoom in, zoom out. You can make it look at different things with your hands if you want. If you want to stand up and walk around your room and do different objects, you can like tell it to just watch your hands and it will zoom in your hands while you're building something. If you're one of the person that's trying to like do the DIYs and you want it to follow you while you're walking around your room, it will. It's only a $200 camera, and it just does a lot.
Right. Yeah. Hey, I'm thinking about getting a camera myself eventually, but I'm thinking about getting a DSLR because being a VTuber, I don't need to show my face, but I'm going to be doing like some box openings, a few pack crackings, but that's not going to be my content. And I'm going to be ordering like bulk lots of comic books through eBay and other sites like Whatnot. Just getting comic books. That's my big collectible that I deal with. And me and you were talking comic books yesterday after Superfast stream.
Yeah.
Dirty Red and I were talking about before he had to leave. We were talking about possibly doing a pop culture comic book / talk on stream sometime soon. So hopefully,
yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, I don't know a lot about them. I know characters I like. I'm trying to find the book. I've been looking for it. I don't know the name of it. It shows all the superheroes ever made in all comic books, and it's a pretty thick book. I had it in prison, and you will not believe of some of the superheroes that used to be out there. And like you talk about them, people's like, "Oh, that didn't exist," but then like, and they're hard to find. Like, did you know the Klansman used to be a hero?
Oh yeah. There's a whole bunch of villains that used to be heroes.
Yeah, they were made into villains.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty big storyline where there used to be a whole bunch of villains that used to be heroes, and a lot of heroes that turned in that were villains. Have you been watching the Kite Man Hell Yeah cartoon on HBO Max?
I have not.
It's Disney. I'm not Disney. It's a DC Comics villain, Kite Man, and he's one of the B-rate villains. Like one of the villains that like people always made fun of. Kite Man. He has no powers. His everything is based off of his kite, and they make fun of him harsh on you know, and but they've turned him into like kind of like the anti-villain. Like they've made him like the super nice guy. He's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy. He's not the reason why they've explained the way the reason why he's not exactly the best villain in the world is because he's too nice of a bad guy, you know. And you know, it's a great cartoon. It's adult humor. It's a spin-off of the Harley Quinn cartoon series that's on Max. If you get a chance, watch that. That's incredible as well. It also puts a humorous side on Harley Quinn's turn from villain to anti-villain.
All right then.
Yeah. It's a pretty good series. I like it. It's stupid. It's funny. It's adult humored. A lot of swearing in a cartoon.
Nice.
All the things I look for, and it's definitely something that really fits our generation, where we have these characters that we grew up with from like the Batman animated series, and they've turned into heroes of some sort. Yeah, it's just something fun to watch, you know.
It sounds good.
Kite Man, Hell Yeah, is the name of the series on HBO Max. Pretty good show. And if you watch that, first give the Harley Quinn series the first 3 seasons of that. Hello, Superfast. We're missing you, so we decided to get the boys together for an impromptu morning thing, a little chat and chill. Superfast right there, ladies and gentlemen. He's dog sitting, and we're feeling left out, so we decided to keep the groove going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got a little fun stuff. So I'm gonna say hello to everybody in chat. So we got Superfast hanging out, and because Investables Collectibles phone does not like Restream, so he's hanging out in chat. But we're gonna do a few streams with Investables Collectibles. We're working on him. His first stream with his new podcast that I'm co-hosting with him. We're both co-host on that, which is Two Heads One Mic. Our episode 0 went swimmingly for what we got. Yeah,
it was a good stream.
Yeah, so it was for what it was. It went swimmingly, you know. We still got a lot of work to do. We got some fine tuning we want to do on a few things. I'm making a theme song on Suno. I'm going to put together a little opening credits with a little countdown, so that way people can get hyped. You know, we're gonna work on a whole bunch of stuff. You know. And then Wednesday, Jess Hellwheeler is going to do a 404 session where she's going to start her podcast, where I'll be co-hosting with her, and that's going to be called Procrastinating Across the Ocean, because she's in the UK. So we're going to compare like how things are different in the United States and the UK. We'll talk about like how things are the same, you know. We'll talk about how open we are about getting blazed here in the United States, as opposed to how open they are about getting blazed in the UK. Everything down to a few things. Oh yeah. I threw the chat off. Sorry. I was just playing with the new system here. So yeah. So, one of the things that I hope to do is learn along with you guys. A lot of us are learning this, and we're brand new at this. I came from IRL entertainment, so this is incredibly different. Mugen, I met
Yeah.
Mugen on Superfast Show.
Yep.
So how long you been on Superfast Show?
Maybe the beginning of the November, I think. I'm not sure anymore. Back last November, I believe, when I found Hillbilly, then he sent us over to Tortoise's show, and that's how I found Tortoise.
I would say it's been almost a year, hasn't it?
Close to it, yeah.
That's what I thought.
And you're also making videos on occasion.
I try to when I get the motivation to, yeah.
For those people in chat that are watching on Twitch who might not know about your content, tell us about the videos you like to make.
I like to make a variety of video game content.
Video game content, like what
Yeah.
video games are you? I know you're a Pokemon dude.
Yeah, I need to start maybe recording a new save file for Pokemon Reborn, but I want to get a little further into the game before I start doing that.
Yeah. So Superfast asked me a very important question. I'm testing out Restream.io. It's kind of like StreamYard, but it's different for like all the things that StreamYard has. Like this has a good majority. Restream has a good majority of the same stuff that StreamYard has, but it also has some stuff that's different and some stuff that StreamYard has that Restream does not have. So it's very similar, but it's very different at the same time. It's got the chat on screen overlay, which I kind of like.
I like that. So then you can see it. Everyone else can see it. I really like that.
Yeah, my Twitch people really like it. Sometimes it throws off the a lot of the YouTube peeps.
I really like the whole mode. It lets you pick multiple apps that you can stream on.
Oh yeah. You can stream on up to 40 streaming platforms with Restream, and
That was too what I was reading.
I can stream my show up to three channels at once, and all my guests can stream onto their channel if they want.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
reading that. I thought that was pretty awesome. I was like, wow, you could do I was like, you could almost do everything, every streaming service at one time.
Yeah. I'm streaming on Twitch right now. Mugen's streaming on his YouTube channel. If you wanted, you could be restreaming your end on your side of the channel. And at the end of the show, you can even I can even download the VOD directly at the end of each show.
Nice.
And if you need a copy of the VOD, so you can, like you said, I said something and I want to clip it or something, and you can have a copy of the VODs like within like seconds after I hit end.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so like we've been playing with this Restream, and it's nice. It's nice. It's pretty. It's all for those people who aren't on our end. It's all blue.
It's really pretty. It's not just that plain white. It's I like the background, the little lights going on, like on the table, the beads. I guess.
Oh yeah. That I just did that because I didn't make a graphic for the background with the for the morning chat and chill. I was like, I want to do something. I woke up. I made my coffee. The Superfast Tortoise morning coffee theme song is stuck in my head all the time, and it makes me want to drink more coffee. Thank you, Superfast, for that. He has of all the YouTubers out there, Superfast has the catchiest theme song.
Yeah,
he does. A very catchy one. You're right.
Okay, Stinky, have a good time.
So Stinky Magic or Stinky Magi is Investables Collectibles. Now, see, he couldn't afford the C on his Twitch name. So he's Stinky Magi. So he bought the C, put it in his YouTube name. He said that once he gets, we need to make sure everybody go to Twitch, follow on Twitch, so that way we can get Investables Collectibles affiliate on Twitch, because Twitch won't let him change his name until he hits affiliate.
Jeez.
So we got to get him affiliate there. Oh yeah, I do prefer Restream because of the price. I was looking into StreamYard, and I wanted to, because if I'm going to do Project 404 and help streamers get their podcasts up and running, I want to find something that's cheaper. And I really couldn't afford the $430 a year that StreamYard wants me to pay for the basic package.
Wow.
And Restream was like $100 and something a year, and it, for what it is, $100 and something a year as opposed to $400 and something a year.
Jeez.
Yeah, StreamYards is going up. It's virtually doubling its price. I really like Restream at the price that it is. I'm going to drop the StreamYard link into my... I dropped it into my Discord. If anybody wants to join us in the stream and chat, they can. Twiddler, I know you're working today, but I'm going to drop the link into your DMs, and you can always check it out, and I'll, by the end of the day, I'll actually at the end of the show, I'll drop you a referral link, and then you can check it out and see if you like it better. It's always something that you need to check out for yourself. Always look at these things on your own. It's very important to make sure that you look at any software or any website that you use before you use it. Even if somebody else is boasting about it, I boast about a lot of things, but you won't know you like it until you use it. Kind of like what Dirty Red with his camera. So tell us more about the camera that you're looking at getting. You said you're going to be getting the OBS.
Yeah, I'm thinking about. Okay, I can read it off to you. Let me pull it up.
You can, if you at the bottom of the screen, there's I believe you have access to display. If you want to show like the website, you can actually display your thing. You can share your screen.
All right, let me pull this up.
That's what 404 is all about, is sharing your information. We're about sharing our knowledge, helping get the knowledge out there, and learning together. So yeah, you can do that. But yeah, it's a lot cheaper in the long run.
Getting everything to load. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. So yeah, Twiddler, at the I'll send you a referral link at the end of the show. All right, there we go. So let's see. So this is the OBS cam that
it went way to the bottom. Okay, yeah, here it goes.
Oh, I've seen this one. Yes, that's the smart cam that moves with you.
Yes, it is awesome.
Yes. Now, for those people who haven't seen this camera before, this is a smart cam, and it moves along with you. So if you were to move your head to the right or left, it'll keep you centered on the camera, which a lot of people have some problems doing.
It's also voice control, hand control, where you can use your hands in the air to zoom in and out. You can hold your hand up and to tell it to stop recording or to pause. It does so much for the price. Okay, so on this page, on the original page, not on Amazon, it is $299. The other day it was $200 on Amazon, but it could have been a sale. It looks like it's on
Right.
sale right now for on the original page.
Right. I actually saw this same guy on the Labor Day sales on Amazon, and I'm saving my money though for a DSLR because I want to do more than just do a few videos for things. And since I'm a VTuber, I really don't need to worry about my face. But I'm
Right.
pretty sure that would be good for some pack crackers who sometimes aren't looking at their screen, and sometimes some pack crackers are getting excited about their cards and they're
Mhm.
kind of off camera. Some of the lesser ones. You know who does real good camera work in pack cracking? Twiddler Space. Twiddler Space does some real good camera work on his.
Yeah.
But yeah, look into this, boys and girls. And once Dirty Red gets a chance to use it, we'll have him do a user review on the show.
Yeah.
I think it's a really. I've watched a lot of reviews on YouTube about it. I haven't found a bad one yet. So I also like it because you don't need the tripod. Like, you can literally put it on the top of your monitor, and with how the camera does the angling so well, you can literally just open your packs right there, and it would zoom in. And you don't need the tripod or the hook on your desk. You can leave it in one spot if you want to.
Hey, it does look like something that's kind of good. I like that it has a portable carrying case right there. So
yeah.
that means you can go portable. Say, for example, you're going to go to Superfast invites you to do the morning coffee show, and you're at a coffee shop. Wouldn't that be
Exactly.
fun? You know, make sure you get permission from the coffee shop to stream at the coffee shop. You know, that would be fun. First of all, I want to go through some chat real quick while you're showing us that real quick. Swap out if you know, definitely swap out if you just to check it out. You know, I mean, they do have a free version, just like StreamYard has the free version. Their watermark is also much smaller. Just to show you what their watermark looks like, because I paid to remove the watermark. I'm not a big fan of the watermark. Plus, I want to show upcoming streamers that you don't really need other people's watermarks on there. You're trying to promote yourself. Why promote StreamYard? Why promote Restream? Right? But you could, if you use their watermark, it's fairly small. If you could tell, right here in the corner there, it's fairly small in comparison to the big old yellow duck green duck that we get on StreamYard. But, you know, you can also put your own watermark. Here's what we did for yesterday's show with Investables Collectibles. We had the 2 heads, 1 mic watermark that we have our own watermark that we can put up there. So there's a lot of good reasons to go to and use this. While there's still a lot of good reasons to be on StreamYard, I'm not going to tell people to switch over because it's something that you guys need to do for yourselves. But learning about the programs, the software is always smart. Yeah, and but there is a thing where Twiddler's right. It can eat into your profits if you're doing things, and like Twiddler, he's running on multiple social media networks, so that way he can. I'm pretty much sure it's the balance, you know, what he's spending, you know, because I mean he's spending money on the cards in advance. He's spending, you know, and he has to get these people who want to buy into these polls, you know. So that so it's an investment in advance. So not only are you investing in your streaming software, but you're investing in your product as well. And you know, so as a business, it is always a good idea to find ways, not necessarily to cut corners, but to cut your expenditures. Jess Hellwheeler says, Twiddler Space, congratulations on getting profits. You're ahead of me. Jess, you're going to get there. That's why we're going to be rocking this Wednesday. That's right. Join me and Jess this Wednesday for Procrastinating Across the Ocean. where we're going to be talking about different things. You know, everything from how life is different in the United States as opposed to the United Kingdom. We're going to talk about just everything that we're obsessed about, just like we do on all of our other shows as well. What are you obsessed about, Mugen?
Pokemon right now.
Oh, you haven't gotten back into the not Pokemon, Bakugan craze yet? I thought we were going
Nope.
Bakugan.
Nah, Pokemon's still the thing for me.
Ooh, that's a good question by Superfast there.
Ah, yes. Let's. I'm way behind on the thing on the chat. I was looking way up there trying to get through chat. But yes, does Restream do the video clips as well? You know, that is a very good question, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure if this counts.
Oh,
But you know, yeah, it does video clips. You have video clips, and you have longer videos that you can pop in there. So you can throw in like your 3 to 5 minute videos if you wanted to do like your opening credits and some of the other stuff. We have things like, say, for example, our boy who we have in chat right now hangs out and he comes around.
Give me a sleeve.
I like that.
Nice.
So good morning, TCG dude. I hope you're having a good day.
Good morning, TCG dude.
So yeah, it does everything that Restream does. I have found differences though. What's that?
I was I don't even know why I said it out loud. I was gonna try to type it to Hillbilly.
Oh,
Hi, Hillbilly.
hey, Hillbilly.
Instead of typing.
Hillbilly's in stream. That's right. So check this out, right?
Loud, but okay.
That was a little loud. I haven't figured out the clip audio adjustment yet. There's still a few things I got to work on with that.
All I'm saying is this is really loud. I had to take my headphones down a little bit.
Yeah. There's a few things like I'm still learning this, learning Restream. So there's a few things I got to learn, as we you know, that's one of the things that I try to get used to with a lot of these softwares, and we all need to learn new things. It just helps us out, brings us one step further to accomplishing our goals. So what games are you playing right now, Dirty Red?
Let's see. Right now I play ESO, which is Elder Scrolls Online. I just got done the other day beating Green Hell, which was a really fun game. I beat it a lot faster than I thought I would. We went through 4 different lives on it, so that was it's a good survival game. And there's like 4 different levels to it. You can do beginner, slowly, like walking apart. Then it's like walk in the jungle. Then it's like it goes on. Then it goes in hell, and in hell is intense. I have not done it yet.
Here is a good point. Yeah, it is all about your content, you know, and as we improve on like with Project 404, my content's going to get better, your content's going to get better. You know, our content together will grow in improvements. Like I will get better at speaking in my content. I have a hard time with speaking.
Same here.
You know,
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, I need someone to bounce off of. So you're gonna you were telling me yesterday that you're gonna start playing one of my favorite games, Need for Speed.
Yes, I am planning on buying it here soon. We was gonna buy it last night. We're waiting to finish up our bills and see what I have, and I'll probably get it. I went and looked at the so I bought some magic packs last night, so yeah, that kind of got in the way.
The addiction got in the way.
Yeah, I stopped by my local OGS and it got in the way.
They don't call it cardboard crack for nothing.
Well, you know, Hillbilly, I sent you a link in case you want to join us in stream. We're just sitting, chatting, and chilling. We're talking about what we learned, what we're doing, our little obsessions. Feel free to come and join us.
If you can, that is.
If you can, that is. Anybody wants to join us in the chat and chill, feel free to send me a message on Discord or whatever social media network you're on that I'm on. We're just chatting and chilling. We're hanging out, enjoying the morning because we miss Superfast, and I miss hearing that "Good Morning Coffee Cup." That song is so catchy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to brag about it because it is definitely one of my favorite. It is one of my favorite morning show theme songs. One of my favorite theme songs on YouTube. Hey Hillbilly, how you doing? We got Hillbilly just popped in.
I don't know if you guys watched Twiddler's stream last night, but dude, it did into almost like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah. Twiddler was rocking
It
night long.
And the chat was good and everything. Like it didn't go dead or nothing. It was a great stream.
I was in there for a bit, you know. I was in there for a bit. I like the way that Twiddler does his show, you know. I like his setup, you know, and how like when he's pulling decks, it's like the way he has those little feeders and he pulls from the bottom and you never know which one it's going to be. That's fun for me. That's fun for me.
I also like how he fully engages and emerges with the audience. Unlike some channels I've watched of people, doing this, trying to do the same thing, they don't engage. They're just like all there for one reason. They're only looking for the buyers. And
Yeah.
Twiddler talks to everyone, and that's what I love about his channel.
Oh yeah, Twiddler is great for engagement. Twiddler is great for engagement. We got Jess Hellwheeler. She's bouncing around. Boing, boing, boing. But yeah, Twiddler's awesome with his engagement. I'll tell you what. I don't know how he manages to keep track of Whatnot, Twitch, and YouTube all at the same time, and still be able to, with his chat, be able to keep up with 3 chats at least 3 chats.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard enough for me keeping track of 2 chats right now while I'm sitting here just goofing around with you guys.
I also like his setup. It's really crisp. And I told him, I think that was one of the first things I ever told him was like, I love how clean his videos are. The whole time they're just clean.
So I'm making an observation here about Restream. Apparently, Restream is having some issues with mobile.
Yeah,
because earlier Investables Collectibles had to pop out because it was acting weird on his mobile. We got Hillbilly sitting here trying to get in. He's on, but he's not on. So there is so that way part of our review, our live review, to answer your question, Twiddler and Superfast. One of the problems with Restream is apparently it does not like mobile. It has problems with mobile, so that seems to be an issue. Let's see. Did we get you? Still looking like it's having a bit of an issue. Yeah. Dang it. So that is a problem. Mobile is a problem with Restream. So there you go. That is the one downfall I've discovered so far. And how do I get rid of this?
Well, Trailer, you've really figured out your audience. I can tell you that. Like you make it fun to be there, even if you're not. For the people that's just watching, like I do.
Yeah.
You make it fun. I can tell you.
We got him. We got him right on. All right. So tell us, because we're doing a live review on Restream about this platform. Now, you're using your phone. So what was the problem that it was having connecting? Can you tell us that? So that way we can give this live review, because Superfast asked about it. Twiddler asked about it. And this is a new platform for us to try to stream on.
Can you hear me first?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. Perfect.
Come in,
Well, all right, when I first tried to join, I had my camera off
Ah.
because I'm not at home. That's why I'm on my phone. And if I have my camera off, I guess there's issues.
Yeah.
Right on. So there we go. So Restream doesn't like the phone if your camera's off.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Let me try something real quick.
Nope. Can't hear you if you're saying anything. Hillbilly.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
the camera off, it doesn't seem to be wanting to do its thing.
That's weird because I just turned my camera off so can you hear me? And according to Bug before y'all couldn't hear me.
Nope.
Right.
So you have to have a camera in order to use this.
So those people who don't know, normally Hillbilly, he's doing arena streams for Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
Your following count is what now? Because you've been growing super fast. Oh, sorry.
654.
654, and a good majority of that, the last 150 have been within a month.
Yep.
That is some awesome growth.
Yeah, it is. And I'm doing early access on the 18th, which is Wednesday. Playing with those Dustborn cards. And I'm going to stream till I drop. Yep.
Should be fun.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm taking the day off today because I ain't had a day off in months.
Looks like you're out and about. From what I can tell, it looks like you're in the passenger seat of your car. So that means Miss Hillbilly's driving you around.
I'm the only driver in the house. If the women wants to go somewhere, I have to jump and say, where to? Because I'm the only driver.
To be fair, I'm the only one in my house that doesn't drive.
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd stop in and say hi. I got to get out of here. The women are back from the store.
Right.
Take care.
Yep,
Well, have a good one. Thanks for dropping in and joining us. We wanted to make sure that everybody from the morning show, at least anybody who gets a chance to be from the morning show, since Superfast is watching the dogs today.
Yep. Yep. I'll see y'all later.
Speaking of the dogs, hold on. Let's see the star of the show flapping his tail. Oh, yes, and Mrs. Hillbilly and the pup.
Well, there's
puppy.
a good question from Twiddler. So, real quick, before Hillbilly gets off, because Hillbilly will be on it, the app. Do you need to have an app?
I believe you can go straight from the internet itself.
All I have is just the link that KJ sent me to Discord and to join in. As far as starting it, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. There we go. That's so it's in that case scenario, it's the same as rocking from StreamYard as well. So
Yeah, probably.
yeah. So there are a few differences. Now, like we've noticed, it's picky with the cell phones and some of the things that we But hey, we learn something new every day.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna have to get on off here.
Okay.
Y'all have a good day.
Right, right.
Later, y'all.
Here.
Have a good one. That was MTG Hibbley. Yeah, always if you get a chance, show your face, or at least have like some sort of like little avatar. Like the dots are awesome in the long run. Eventually, like for those people who are either not like face people or whatever, or don't have cameras, you don't need to have a camera to show a face. We'll get you we can hook you up with if you join our Discord, if you're not already a member of it, Winged Beast Entertainment Discord, I will drop the link for the Discord in the chat. But if you're not on my Discord and you want to get some help streaming, or you want to do some other stuff, I'm rocking Project 404, and I'm learning along with you, and we'll take my IRL entertainment experience and your experience that you've been creating on your own as a small streamer, and we're going to work together to build each other up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a little
Okay. Take care, Jesse Hillwiller. Have a good rest.
Yeah, I tend to keep her up all night. I contact her on Discord. So you awake? She's like, I'm in the UK. Yeah, but are you awake? I'm in
Yeah,
the
I have a
UK.
friend that usually stays up late to stream. So
Yeah,
he can stream because he works all day.
and she does most of her editing like in the late night hours, UK late night hours, which is our early evening, and so I'm like midnight our time. Are you awake? She's like, I'm trying to go to bed. Why do you keep waking me? I feel bad that I sometimes, but I'm like, talk to me, use your words. I got to hear your British voice. So, just the guys talking here, but is it just me, or is there something about a British voice?
British voices are pretty fun.
Yeah, British voices are awesome, right? It's
Yeah.
like I'm not talking like the British voice Eliza Doolittle. I's a lady, I is. No, I'm talking about like your British voice that you hear, like I watch the BBC, and for that sound that I wish people had. But then if more people had it over here, then I wouldn't hear it, and it wouldn't be as relaxing to me and
Yeah.
soothing, but there is something soothing about a good British voice. Oh, I know, right? Exactly. It's something about it. I will watch like I spent a lot of time in the East Coast, and I always went to like up Connecticut and north, and the more north you get, the more closer to a British voice you can get. But it's more like that Haley Mills style voice, you know what I mean?
I think I do.
Yeah. But yeah, so no, I get to the point where I kind of like I feel like I'm harassing her by like just making her talk to me in the middle of the night. It's like, hey, I'm not streaming right now. You want to do a podcast? Yeah. No. There's just something about a good accent that just gets you. You don't understand it? What do you mean? It's a British voice. Don't need to understand it. I mean, unless you're thinking like Liza Doolittle, where or like that British voice, that stereotype from movies that make us horrible Americans for stereotyping people. Sorry, sarcasm. I am one of those horrible Americans. I'll be the first to admit it. So, another voice I like to hear is Southern female, like true Southern female.
Yeah.
There's just something about that, you know.
I guess I hear them too much, so
Yeah.
I mean, since I'm in Tennessee, we have a lot of that. I don't even hear the Southern female accent no more since I live in here.
Oh, right. I get that. See, I'm a sponge. I absorb like all the accents. After a while of living in a certain place, I kind of have a little bit of that accent, but I've never put down roots, so I hear everybody's accent. When I go back home to Oregon, I hear the Oregon accent, which is kind of like it's southerny but not drawly. If you catch my drift.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like Oregon's like if you mix the southern accent with the California accent. It's hard to imagine until you hear it. I dig on it. For some reason, like hearing people talk makes me happy. You know.
My girlfriend over there, she likes Irish people and Scottish people, their accent.
Oh yeah, right.
She loves their accents. I make fun of her all the time. So we'll be watching a video of like some like old dude there with like one tooth, and he be talking like, "You'll get that, wouldn't you?" She's like, "Oh yes." Oh.
Jess, go take a nap. Go to bed. You've been up all night. And she's got she is playing local TCG. So she's got a game tournament. And she's only playing so she can get the limited edition TCG card.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why she's playing. She's a collector just like us, and she collects the local TCG and she collects Pokemon.
Yeah.
So she's a collector just like us. If you haven't seen her stuff on her YouTube channel, she does pre-record pack cracks of her Pokemon stuff.
Nice.
For those people who can't get rid of their Pokemon cards that they're cracking, like if there are Pokemon stuff that you can't get rid of, Twiddler, Jesse will take them. She's already said anybody sends me any. She's already told a few people anybody sends her TCGs, she will crack them on her channel, just to share the content and whatnot. I like legible words too, but even sometimes I can't put out legible words. I talk too much. And people are like, what's this guy talking about? It's legible sentences that get me. I can't put out legible sentences sometimes.
I don't pronounce words or use my mouth. Don't use my lips to pronounce words really good. But I've always had that since I've been like a kid. So a lot of times I'm talking.
Yeah.
It may sound like gibberish to others, but my friends here know what I'm talking about. So
You kind of sound. What's that one King of the Hill character? That's
like Boomhauer.
yeah.
Yeah, it's because I don't move my lips enough when I talk. I've always had that problem since I've been a kid. So I had a really, really bad speech impediment problem.
Yeah, I did too when I was little.
And I went through all of elementary and a big chunk of middle school doing speech classes. So
Same.
and this is where I'm at now. That's what happens when your parents do drugs. So
Yeah, right.
Well,
your
mine
mother's
was not.
when your mother's doing crack cocaine while she's
Oh.
you're swimming inside of her.
So anybody else play the One Piece game? I'm a big fan of the One Piece game. Actually, I'm finally building up my collection for the One Piece TCG.
There's an online simulator for it, but it's not official.
Right. Well, mostly, I like the what's it on Tabletop Sim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the stuff that a lot of the unofficial tabletop games that they put out there.
Oh, this is an automated one on. I use Unity to play the game.
Oh, right on, right on.
I have not played the One Piece game, but I can tell you this. So, GM Games here, CN Games here in Knoxville, Tennessee, it is huge. So when they have their One Piece night, that place is packed. I do not understand. I don't understand why other small LGSs are not trying to get into that market. I mean, this place is so packed that you can't. You have problems going inside to buy like a card you want out of the shelf or buy a deck of sleeves. That's how
Damn.
packed it is at One Piece players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I understand, like the One Piece game has a very small following right now, and I follow One Piece because I've been a big fan of the manga,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and being a comic book guy, I just love the manga.
Now, our Flesh and Blood dot is done here in Tennessee. Like almost no one plays it here in the east, on the east side. Like you can go to any LGS at any given time and you will not see one.
Hmm.
And if you do, you might see one person. They're begging people to play, and everyone's like, "No, we're not touching that."
Speaking of the manga, are you caught up? KJ?
No, I have. I still have to catch up on the manga. I'm caught up on the
Jeez.
cartoon though.
A big thing happened just in the last chapter, and I wanted to talk about it, but
I haven't
wanna
caught up
spoil
on
it,
it yet. I have to pick up the last two manga books. The last two books I still have to pick up. So
something big just happened. I don't want to spoil it for you, but jeez.
well, from what I understand, the writer is going to be approaching his end soon
Yeah,
for
it's-
the
it's-
series. He's
Significant-
talking about approaching his end soon. So I don't know how far they are in the manga in Japan, but if they're approaching their end soon here, well, in Japan, then that probably gives us about at least 5 or 6 issues, at least, depending on how long it takes to translate and how far they are ahead in Japan.
Yeah.
For those people who are watching on Twitch, the Pokemon game is playing in my Twitch chat. And you can play Pokemon if you're on my Twitch. You can catch a Pokemon. We have the Pokemon community game where apparently a wild crabwaller appeared and nobody caught it. So
Yeah.
you can go to our if you're on our Twitch page, catch a Pokemon.
I like its evolution, the crab brawler's evolution.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a little abominable snow crab.
Right.
And to Twiddler, I would definitely get into that Pokemon. I mean, I've watched Whatnot and them chats I couldn't believe it. The amount of people that are into Pokemon.
Oh yeah, the Pokemon community is a huge
Huge.
community.
And they're
Yeah,
they're there to spin. They're not there to talk. They're there to spend money.
Oh yeah. The Pokemon's a huge community. It's their community is just as addicted to their game as the Magic community. When I started hanging out with the Magic community, my my friends at Twitch were saying, "You're gonna go broke," you know that. I says, "I'm already broke. I just don't have an addiction for one breed of vehicle. I collect everything. I'm an eclectic collector, so there's a Magic deck I want to build. I want to learn about Magic so that way I can sit there and have intelligent conversation with your community. But I'm more of a collector. I'm a fan of the art. I'm probably not going to get into it where I got to quote the Pokemon, got to catch them all, which is a great tagline for not only a cartoon and a game, but a cartoon. It's a great tagline for a collectible, got to catch them all. And Pokemon's releasing just as fast as WotC releases Magic.
And
Not
better grade.
faster. Yeah.
And they have just as large of a community, and the addiction is just as heavy for the Pokemon people as it is for the Magic
Mhm.
people. I when I bring up Pokemon sometimes in chat, some people says wrong TCG, but at the same time, the concept is the same, the thought process is the same, the
Yep.
addiction is the same, the
My
collectability is the same.
one of my friends work at LGS, and he we were talking about who spends the most, who he thought. I asked him, I was like, well, who spends the most there? He was like, Pokemon players. He goes, they don't hesitate. He goes, if they come in there, they're looking for a card, and they're there to get that card. There is no, well, I don't know, or they're looking. He goes, Magic players will go in there, look like 20 cards, and walk out. He was like, a Pokemon player will walk in, look at 20 cards, and usually buys all 20 of them cards.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like Pokemon. I mean, he was like, I feel like Pokemon is if you want to make money from a streaming cracker packs is Pokemon. I mean, look at Whatnot alone. There's a dude, I forget his name right now. I'd have to go on my phone to look him up because that's a whole different account. And I watched his Whatnot, and he had a little meter that showed how much people spent, and he made a little over $5,000 in a couple hours. I was like, holy crap! And every every $20 that gets spent, he gives away a 2 free packs to the channel.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I like the way a lot of channels do their giveaways, their polls. There are some though that I don't like. I'm a big fan of the art in the card and the collectability of the card. And see, one problem that some of these pack crackers have. Twiddler doesn't do this, and he doesn't have this problem. Twiddler has a great show, and there's a reason why Twiddler gets these followers. Yo, we got the real Wiz. That's right.
Yeah.
I
Wiz
bet.
is here.
Yeah, real Wiz is here. Yeah, he's hanging out with us. We're goofing around. We're having a good time. We're having a morning chat and chill. How are you doing today, Wiz? Twiddler though, like he does something that a lot of the other people don't do. He spends his time, opening the cards, and I say this to a lot of to the people that I like. That I like when they take time looking at, like they show you the card. They don't just go got it, need it, got it, need it, like we did back in the 80s when we or 90s when we were collecting our baseball cards and TCGs and trying to trade with our buddies. Making it through pretty quick. Twiddler and a few other people, they take time, they open the pack when they open a pack, and they show you the card.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're putting money into it and you're paying for to be in this poll, you want to see what you're getting. And Twiddler shows you the card. He shows you the card. He takes a moment. And Backwoods does the same thing. He takes a moment on the card. They take a moment on, sometimes they take a little extra moment. Now I like the artwork on this, and this is what gets me is if you're going to show the card, you're going to show the artwork. Take a moment, let the person who's coming into it experience what they're going to be getting. And Twiddler does that very well. Backwoods does that very well. But a lot of the pack crackers, they're just too quick into it, and they'll bust through a whole box of cards in 20 minutes. And that's just not fun for me.
It's not. That's why I'm saying, like, Twiddler to me, like, so I watch his and DJs. I used to watch some other ones, and I just couldn't do it no more. I was like, all right, I like Twiddlers, even because he interacts with people that are not there to spend. That just want to hang out with the community, and he still talks to them. And I've been into streams that's really big, and they don't care unless you're spending money. Like, you will never get your comment read. They'll never say hi. My first collector packs I ever opened came from Twiddlers. I won a duck race.
Oh, right on.
And just so you guys know, when you email him for the first time, make sure you get the Twiddler place that has his icon, because there's another one out there that is sketchy. But there's a Google one that tries to copy his but the icon's a little different.
That's a good point. Make sure that when, for those people in chat, when you're looking for your collectibles and you're looking for your collectibles in a form that you want to be a trusted place, well, make sure that you are when you find that trusted seller, that trusted YouTuber or Twitch or whatnot streamer, you make sure that you follow that streamer immediately when you know they're trusted. You know,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you have a
I do
stalker
stalk
Twiddler.
you. I do stalk you. Actually, I have been stalking you. I. I didn't know that you saw me at Walmart the other day, but if you do see me when I'm stalking you, I do need that I'm the official Twiddler Stalker T-shirt, so that way people know. So
Well,
yes,
Well, maybe it was a real email. I know I wrote to one, and I gave him all my information. Then, like a couple streams went by, and I talked to Twiddler in stream. He was like, "Well, did you write?" So I wrote again onto the email that name, and I seen. Then I noticed there was two of them that popped up on Google, and I really looked at the pictures, and I wrote. So I was like, "All right." So I got my phone and I looked at which one I sent to. I was like, "Oh, there's a big difference here." And it wasn't a big difference. It's just little things about the emblem was a little bit different. And when I wrote to the second one, it was straight him. He got my like soon as I wrote, it wasn't like 2-3 minutes later that he wrote me right back and confirmed the email and everything. So someone has my information out there that's using his picture.
Yeah. Like I said, definitely make sure when you find a trusted streamer that does resales, make sure you follow that one so that way it's always in your list and you don't have to research it. Because that's really hard, and you're like, oh, was this the one or was this the one? And then you end up getting knockoff cards by the fake guy or overpriced whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When you do get those shirts, you have to. We got it right here in the bottom corner in 4K, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna make stock this T-shirt. You do that, and I will definitely be in on that. Also, to the Real Wiz. Got the kids party going. Save a slice of cake for me. And I like the corner slice of cake with the most frosting. Unless there's a giant rose on it, then give me that slice. And you're looking at, you're going to be doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Looks like a bit relaxed. Going to start heading to the locals for some Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes. I'm looking forward to possibly seeing what comes out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. I hope they bring it back towards the more what Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a few years back. Although I had to stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it tricks you into doing math. And I don't want to sit there and think algebra when I'm doing math. When I'm doing algebra is not one thing I want to do when I'm playing a game.
I tried it. I have friends that play it, and they're like, it's so easy, and they can't play Magic though. They say Magic's too complicated. So I feel like it's whatever you started with as a child, as a kid in your younger years.
Honestly, I thought Magic was complicated, and I just played Yu-Gi-Oh! But then I played Magic and like this is way easier than Yu-Gi-Oh!
And I still haven't figured out Pokemon. I'll be honest with you.
Pokemon's easy. Easiest of the three. Me.
I've tried. I don't understand it.
Agreed. Tabalda does pretty good work on his store too. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, agreed.
It is based off of what you got used to as a child. I mean, you train yourself for so many years. I mean, I don't know about you. I know Mugen's probably the youngest one here with us right now. But I'm 47 years old. And I'm dating myself, but 47 years old. TCGs were not as prominent when I got into card collecting. You know, I mean, while Magic was making its self more and more in the late 90s, you know, and it's so huge now and still growing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at that point in time, I was still like sports cards. Sports cards are what's going to make money. And
Yes,
I
we are.
kind yeah, because I've always known, like, I didn't think that TCGs were going to make as much money as they do, because my thought process is they're going to always be and I called this from day one. They're going to have to reprint these cards over and over again, because they're going to have, it's a game that needs to continue playing as long as it's going to be available.
Yep.
And my reference to that was Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons has been around longer than I've been alive. People have been playing Dungeons and Dragons since the early 70s.
I have. I
And
didn't.
and that game is still going hard. I kind of wish WotC would focus more attention on D&D than they do on Magic. It's like D&D's turned into the redheaded stepchild. Okay, I guess Real Wiz has now officially gotten the youngest guy. Let's see if anybody can beat 27. Anybody in chat younger than 27?
No, I'm 11 years older than him, so.
So
Um,
yeah, I mean, D&D has become the redheaded stepchild of the WotC family.
hmm I still have some of the first edition D&D pamphlets and books.
Oh yeah, first edition, really.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
those in good condition, because those are worth money.
Oh yeah, I have and even you know how they used to come out, like that was it. Like you got the little book, it had the campaign in it, it had the characters sheets in it. So yeah, and it came with the little mapping, inside the book or whatever. But yeah, I have a couple of them of the different campaigns for first edition alpha.
I stopped buying the books at 3.5. I'm thinking about buying some of the newer books and comparing the difference between the DM books and also the character books. They also have a lot of their pre-made campaign books now. I'm thinking about getting back into it and seeing and comparing the difference. That's one of the things I want to eventually do, is like do a D&D game night, get a few people together on stream, and we could do D&D. That's one thing I want to do eventually. And we'll do different book comparisons, because I really don't want to believe that the newer versions of the games are as bad as people are saying it is, because D&D is what you make it. Unlike Magic the Gathering, where
from my understanding, my friend, he plays D&D and he's all, he keeps up to date in it. My friend Matt, and he says the problem is too many people take it. They try to just go by what the new rules or sets are instead of just having fun.
we got to say hi to Twiddler. Twiddler, thanks for dropping in. I really appreciate you joining our impromptu morning chat and chill.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. We're just hanging out. We're talking about how D&D's turned into WotC's little redheaded stepchild.
Well, I can tell you this. I played back before 2.0, back in that Gary Gygax days, when he originally created it for when Advanced first came out. I think it was version 1.5. That's when I played.
Right. 1.5. Wow. I stopped playing at 3.5. Yeah.
I think everybody has a story with Dungeons and Dragons, just like everybody kind of has a story with a TCG somewhere.
Oh yeah, I was telling the chat and telling Dirty Red and Mugen that I kind of wish that WotC would pick up D&D and put some more attention into it, because it seems like they dropped the ball with D&D. Like they're not putting as much attention into it. You're not seeing as many D&D streamers out there. And those people who are out there are complaining about D&D, and I can't imagine that it's as bad as people are saying. Just like like a lot of people complain about the Magic community, but they love the game so much, and they complain about it. It's like, if you love it that much, it can't be as bad as you say it is.
I have a thought about that.
Right.
And my thought is the same company that bought WotC also owns Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
Even though it may seem like they're not putting enough attention into it, which I agree with you, I believe that they're doing too much in a sense as well. I know, what do they have? Version 5 now or something?
Yeah, I think it's version 5.
It was either 5 or 5.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, look at the things they did with the online community. What was it, last year or a year and a half ago, where they pissed off everybody because they were going to shut something down, I think it was, or change some of the online platforms. Some subscription-based thing. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the subscription base always gets people mad when they're used to when you're used to, say, for example, when you're used to like getting something for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that they're pushing. It's just like with Magic. They're printing way too much. We already know that. They're putting out way too many. It's money, 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 money. Let's find a new way to make money. Let's push more, 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 more. And what they've done is they've created this chasm with their players. And in creating that chasm, they've now had to take a step back and look at it and go, man, maybe we should limit our print runs since we're putting out so much, because now we're having issues selling everything. Everybody has to fire sale everything. It was pissing everybody off. So I think WotC's kind of learned a little bit from that. They haven't, completely learned, but they've learned a little bit from it.
Right.
Same thing with Dungeons and Dragons, though. They're
Right.
doing too much to try to create money, and they're pissing people off rather than making money.
Right. And I think with Dungeons and Dragons, that's a big thing with their online market, where I go to my bookstore and my comic book store that used to have like a whole aisle for tabletop games.
Right.
And now my comic book store has limited their tabletop game stuff. And like
Makes
the
sense.
Dungeons and Dragons stuff went from a whole shelf to like one little row on the shelf.
Section, yeah.
Yeah.
But everything goes through a phase as well. So like Magic the Gathering there was overtaken by Pokemon for a while. Then they came back strong, and you get all these other TCGs that are released, and Magic has a slower community, but then it comes back strong because all these TCGs. Everything goes through a phase, and I think that Dungeons and Dragons will go through its phase.
Yeah, you have
It's been around
experience.
for over 50 years now, so it's going to survive one way or another.
Yeah, you have experience in the resale market. Let me ask you, do you
Sure.
think that they should take a note from the baseball card market where you print a limited run every year and just go, okay, this is our set for the year. We're only gonna release so much in the lines of boosters or expansions, and we're gonna take the note from a baseball card industry where you got the set for the year, and that's all we're gonna print for that year.
Well, yes and no. Let me explain. The problem with baseball cards, football cards, any of those things, but baseball cards in particular, is look at how many different makers you have for all of those. You got, I don't know which all is. You had Topps, Donruss, Fleer, all these different makers for the
big
same
five.
thing. Right. So you've got all these guys that are pumping out product, but they're limiting their runs. And I don't think they're limiting their runs due to the fact that they don't want to overpopulate the market. I think they're limiting their runs because there's so much competition in that specific field for them that they have to limit it to make it more desirable. Magic, however, could learn from their mistakes, or at least Hasbro can learn from their mistakes by limiting the number of releases they have, but printing more of the releases that they do release, because you're obviously it's gonna be released for longer. You're gonna sell more of it. So I think that's my opinion on it. I mean, I don't want the market to be, 2 weeks of sales and then you can't get it anymore. Then you have to have a new release. You force
Right.
yourself into a new release, because you're not selling anything. So they need to print that until the next release comes, and maybe 2 runs or whatever it takes. because the popularity of a product is going to be seen in the initial sales anyways, you know?
Right.
So, you know, Murders of Karloff Manor didn't do well. Probably wouldn't have done a second print run on that. However, Modern Horizons 3 did phenomenally well. I would have done a second print run on that. You know, but they're pumping out a ton, and they're slowing down how much they're putting out of these things now in order to make them more desirable, because of the fact that we're getting something new. If that makes sense.
Right. It does, and that goes with the corporatization that Hasbro has brought into what used to be a small business, so to speak. You know, I mean, when I grew up, the trading card game industry was building itself up. You know, and
Right.
like I didn't think that the trading card industry was going to get as big as it did, you know.
Right.
But then I was banking on like my football cards, my baseball cards, my basketball cards, you know. I grew up in a sports community, right? Like within a block from Angel Stadium, you know. So like we were all about our sports.
Right. I got you there. And, you know, that's what I think why we've seen Magic evolve into things like play boosters, and now we got foundations coming out, because now they're going to pump out, if they got to pump out less product, then they need to find a product that's going to be more expensive so that they can make up the difference between what they're losing by printing out less product. So why not put out a product that, you know, play boosters, obviously those boxes are what, 20, 30, sometimes $40 more than sets and drafts used to be.
Right.
You know, and they're selling the same amount of it because people are desiring it. So that's how they're moving forward, by increasing their profits while driving down how much they're printing. But again, I think they're over pushing, you know, 10 releases a year is just crazy, you know?
Right. Now, I've been comparing prices on TCG since I got into the TCG community with you guys over the last going on 5 months now, hanging out with you guys in the TCG community. And I've been doing a lot of research. I've been looking around at my my comic book shops and my collectible shops, and I've been noticing like it's very hard for my mom and pop's comic book shops and collectible shops that I've supported throughout the years to be able to compete with the prices that that a lot of these retailers are putting out. Is it the same? Is just as hard to for you as a reseller to get into to be able to make a profit? Because I know that my comic book shops, they're dying. My collector shops, they're dying. And I feel bad when I go and buy an eBay lot from a dying collector shop, but I know that I want all that product.
Well, but you have to figure too, a collector shop has so much overhead. I don't. I have no overhead. Whatever I don't sell, you know, I can. It's all in your presentation. Some of these collect with the trends today. Look at how many sales are done online now as opposed to in a shop. A shop is great to get together with your buddies, your friends, new people, to play physically together. That's phenomenal. But now you have Spell Table. You got all these other options that you don't have to go into a shop now. And these guys have all the overhead of having to pay employees. They have to, you know, have the lights on. They have to pay property taxes. They have to buy the building. Then they have to do chairs, tables, all that crap, all the overhead. I have none. The overhead I have is all the initial stuff that I originally bought to do my stream. So it's way more profitable for me than it is for an LGS. However, on the flip side, I have to compete with places like TCG Player, Stomping Grounds, other places that have really good prices that you can get, you know, for way less than you can get at an LGS. So when I buy them, I then have to modify. I may only make 30 cents a pack, and that's after, you know, I pay all the taxes, and then I have to pay my fees on Shopify, and then if they go through PayPal, there's a small fee there, so on and so forth. So there are takeaways and positives, on both sides of it. But overall, I believe that if these LGSs were smart, they would shift with the times and they'd try to go online with a lot of their stuff in order to survive. And a lot of them don't.
I agree with that. I've been trying to tell one of my I have one LGS I go draft at, and I've been trying to get them to do it, and they just will not. They're like, I even tried to do it I even tried to get them to let me do it. I was like, look, I will help you do this. Just let me open packs, and you can keep.
Yeah.
I just wanted the content of opening packs. I was like, I'll do all your videos. I'll post. I'll even do your TCG for you. I'll post all your cards. And they said no. They said we'll do it. So. And then they tried it. Then I talked to them. They said, "Oh, that's too much work."
Experience. They try to throw somebody in a role. No experience. You gotta do it. It's not like you can hire your buddy next door that knows nothing about cars to work on your car. You gotta have somebody who has a little bit of experience, and knows what they're doing at least somewhat. Or with the desire at least. When you hire somebody and say, hey, this is what you're going to do, they may not like it. They may not appreciate it. That's my future goal is to open a shop. And in that shop, I'm going to have streaming booths for people who want to stream, and then they're going to buy product from me. So not only will I be collecting rent from these people for the streaming booths, but I'll also be selling them product. And that, in my opinion, is the future of LGSs.
That is a great idea. That's actually similar to an idea that I had a while back ago. I actually want to open up a streaming studio where local streamers can come and stream, rent time out. You know how like they have bands will rent out a studio for practice and recording sessions. I want to do the same thing for streamers eventually. Once I get the profits in and be able to afford a location, it'd be nice to be able to get like a streaming studio for local streamers who like an internet cafe, but for streamers. And if they don't have access to a streaming computer or whatever, it'd be nice to be able to get that out there. It'd also be nice to be able to get a mocap studio in there eventually for VTubers.
Yeah. See, one of the things that I'm looking at though is also taking, and I don't know if, obviously I don't know how you're going to do your thing, but the reason I'm doing that or thinking of doing it the way that I'm doing is because so I can capitalize not only on the streaming itself, the spot, the rental, the stuff like that, but also providing the product that they're going to actually buy so that I make a profit on both ends. If you don't have an actual storefront, can you get product for those people, or you go with the here's the space.
Right. I'm going to be honest with you. When I first saw your show, I thought you had a storefront because your setup looks like it's part of a storefront.
It does.
When I first saw your show, I'm like, this guy's rocking. At first I thought you were rocking a storefront as well as your Whatnot page, as well as your Twitch page and your YouTube page. I'm like, this guy right here, this guy knows how to keep his storefront in business. And even now that I know that you're not rocking a storefront yet,
because I have to keep up with it all.
Right. Well, sounds like you're in an area where your internet connection is kind of fuzzy. So we didn't hear all that, but I assume that you have to just keep up with it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I first saw you, I thought you had a storefront. Oh, there you go. It's all cleared up again. Back in good internet connection.
Can you hear me now? Am I all right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah. You're perfect now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Is I was rocking
Verizon
the
commercial work.
That's what I wanted people to think, because then it brings more people in. Like you said, this looks professional. And people bring other people in.
Now, I'm getting that 1980s eating the cassette tape sound from the internet. uh, uh,
I finally managed to get it back.
Oh, right on. Mugen's
Okay.
back. So yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that impressed me about your show is that it actively looked like you were running a storefront, and that's another thing that like a lot of people aren't doing. But the people on Whatnot, though, I noticed that the Whatnot people are kind of getting that kind of look going, and but the whole concept of whether or not you're doing your polls on your desk or whatnot, sometimes it kind of gets messy, sometimes it gets a certain way, and it's hard to keep track. And the way you have your show set up, I can see that you have the system organized, you have the way you're pulling those decks out, it gives a mystery to which deck is he going to pull. And on top of that, the facade that you have set up with your poll device, with that little slot tray that you have, and the stuff in the background, it actively looks like there's a. Oh, we lost you. Hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, you're back.
Yep.
It actively looks like that you have it actively looks like you have like a lot more going on. So I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, because I know Dirty Red, he said the same thing. That that it looks like that you have a storefront going on. So when you do open a storefront, you already got your following who's waiting for that. And with a streaming studio attachment, I think that'd be a great concept. As I've spoke with my comic book shop, I said, look, I would like to get some sponsorship because I'm starting out, and I went from live entertainment. I'm going to streaming, and I love comic books. Wouldn't it be great if we did a thing where we read the current issue of the comic book and got some male and female streamers to voice that? But a lot of the shops, they say, well, you have to come in to our shop to stream if you want our sponsorship. Well, that's great. I'll do that. But the problem is the when you have puppies, when you have a certain when you have a certain thing going on with going back and forth to your comic book shop, you gotta hope that they have space for you to stream. And like, you don't want to really stream when there's a game day going because it can get loud, and you got a lot of background noise from the games.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing, but I also had this idea, and I tried to bring it up with my comic book shop when they're doing a game night, is what if we did like an ESPN style game night, like the ESPN Ocho, where we kind of narrate the games? That'd be a good thing for a shop as well.
It's a good idea to, nobody's doing it, so why not try it once or twice? And if it takes off, great. If not, then you tried it, you lost nothing out of it.
Right. I really
appreciate. I agree with you. I like the ideas. So yeah, very cool.
I really appreciate your input on this because it's giving me a different look on things. Because hearing about the way that that the industry has affected your business and the way you're able to stream and adapt and be able to attempt to make a profit in a post-pandemic world. Where back in the pandemic, we were spending our money on collectibles. We weren't going out. We weren't spending money on gas. So we were able to put our money into our collectibles. And now we're going out again, and it's harder to do that. And I can see how like all of a sudden it's starting to hurt people.
Oh, it's so different. Look at my little motor. I thought it was so big. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I thought
I'm missing out on half the fun over there.
Yeah, no kidding.
No kidding.
I'm like, what's going on over there? I want to see.
Put it on camera.
Yeah, but I appreciate your input because it's hard for me to think about like the online sales by the small sales streamer as opposed to the like tcg.com and these other websites that are out there that people are getting affiliated with, and it's great. But at the same time, you know, I think about and I worry about the mom and pops industry when it comes down to
Yeah,
collectibles.
yeah.
From
Yeah,
your
and
branch,
I mean it may go the way of Kmart. It's going to have to adapt. Kmart never adapted, and that's what happened to Kmart and Pick and Save and all these older big box retailers that were overtaken by places like Walmart and Amazon and got taken because they didn't explore. Look, you got to keep up with the trends. What's hot now? Technology is hot now. Back then, it wasn't technology. Back then, it was going out, socializing, getting together, and all that stuff. Right now, it's technology, and maybe in the future, social, aspects will come back into play. But right now, take advantage of what your current trending that's working. I watch so many other places that I kind of adapt when I see things that work for other people. Listen, FOMO is real. One of the things you got to do is you got to get your hands on whatever it is that you're going to do before somebody else. You've got to take advantage of that.
I got to take a second real quick. We just got Dirty Tons just followed on Twitch. Thank you, Dirty Tons. Thank you for the follow. We really appreciate that. Just to remind everybody, all you streamers, this is September. It is the time to get your subs up. So, a little message from Project 404 here, and Cowboy Dan, myself, and the rest of the people out here. For all you small streamers, even your large streamers, this is September. Get your subs up this month.
Hey, listen, I got to run. I'm at my parents' house, just sitting in their driveway. That's why you can see me now. I'm connected to their internet.
No,
so I got to run in here. You guys take care of yourselves. I got to get running. Go Bulldogs tonight, and we'll see everybody Tuesday.
All right. Tell mom and dad I said hey.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Take care, guys. Good to meet some of you. So take care.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you.
Yep.
And good to talk to you again on this time in person instead of in chat.
Yeah. No worries, man. I love doing it. So
I appreciate it. You've been supplying to our education, and that's what Project 404 is all about.
Hit me up anytime.
Thank you.
Yep. See you guys.
All right, bye.
See you.
That was fun. Actually, Dirty Tons, I don't recognize the profile right off the bat. Remind me. I bet you're one of the awesome YouTube folk. Or is this an alt account on your Twitch?
Maybe.
Are you the guy who's been looking in my window at night?
Maybe.
Are you the girl who's been looking in my window at night?
I mean, it looks kind of familiar. Dirty Tons, Dirty Red. I mean, they could be the same person.
Oh, yeah. For those of people who are in chat, or if you're just goofing around, we're just hanging out today. We're doing an impromptu stream. I have nothing else going on in my life today, and I'm hanging out with some of the boys from the morning show. We are missing our morning cup coffee with Super Fast Tortoise. Mugen's hanging out with us.
Yeah.
We've kept Mugen on just a little longer than he's used to being on stream.
Well, usually at 12 o'clock, I usually go, so I'll probably will at that time.
I'm about to I have to go. I have to go do this grocery shopping so I can make dinner tonight, and the old lady can go to work and everything.
All right. So sounds like we all are going to head out then, as we've had a lot of fun today. We've done our morning routines, and we've had a little bit of fun together. We kept the morning tradition going, even though it's not where we like to be with Superfast. We love Superfast. We miss them already, and but let's do a little shill session. Here we go, Mugen.
Hey.
Got anything in the show?
Not today.
Not today. Just
I
gonna
had
play
something
some
really
games,
bad last night. I feel
dogs
like
and
I'm gonna
family.
throw up. Yeah, I saw
Oh
some
yeah.
family.
Well, get better, man. Get better. Have yourself some soup.
I need to.
All right, all right. Now, Dirty Red. What do you got to show for us?
Oh, well, I think later today, we're going to look at some demos on Steam and maybe pick some out, try to find a new game. And if I have the funds, probably get Need for Speed Most Wanted. And that's about it. Do this playthrough on the storyline.
Right. Super Fast says later, nerds. So what we're gonna do is just because we miss Super Fast, we want Super Fast to take care of them dogs and. But we still miss him, and we wish that we were on his show this morning. So we're gonna just do this for Super Fast here. Oh, thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen in chat. Thank you guys, Dirty Red and Mugen, for joining me this morning. So that way I get a little practice. We all get to see something new, and we got to talk about our experiences, and we got to learn from each other today. Thank you. I really appreciate this.
Moving out.
Ladies and gentlemen, our show has come to an end. I want you to make sure that you clicked like, follow, subscribe. Make sure you follow Mugen. Make sure you follow Dirty Red. Make sure you follow all our friends in chat, ladies and gentlemen. And join me and Dirty Red and Mugen and Superfast Tortoise and Hillbilly and a few of our other friends later on this week when Superfast comes back on the air. We're gonna miss being there